Hello gentlemen, welcome back. I'm dating coach Naz, and in today's video I want to give you guys a quick tip on how to attract the right woman and almost be a magnet for the right one. And the reason why I want to speak about this is because I don't see this quite a lot in the dating world, and so I definitely want to talk about this. Most of us have, I think all of us actually have about 80,000 to 90,000 negative thoughts, right? And majority of these thoughts are based on our past experiences. They're not even really coming from you. Okay, so it is really important to practice reframing. And this is something that I learned back in the day, and it has changed my damn life. Which I can get into in a different video. But I was somebody who was super negative, super anxious. I used to overthink about every little thing, and I would stress over life. And anyways, I can go on. And once I started implementing this into my life, I transformed, the way that I showed up, the things that I attracted, the opportunities that I attracted into my life completely changed. And I'm so grateful that I figured this out. So let's say, for example, because a lot of the times when I speak to men, and my main question that I ask you men is like, what have you learned from your past relationships, And either I'm going to get a man who says, you know what, I've attracted some toxic people, but I've learned X, Y, and Z. I should have been better with my boundaries. I learned something, was an experience. Or I'm going to get a man who says, oh my God, women are horrible, women suck, and all the women are just taking me for my money. They're taking advantage of me and they're horrible. And it's like, well, I'm a woman and I don't do that. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I understand that we all have experiences. Like, I've had some crazy exes, okay? And so I'm not going to sit here and then give up on love, give up on human beings, because I know that not everybody is like that. And also it's because I attracted those people because I didn't truly love and accept myself for who I was. I wanted to look great. I wanted people to see how amazing I was. But deep down inside, I didn't even know who I was. So it's really important this is a whole different thing to get to know yourself before you start dating and really work on that. Now, let's say, for example, one of the examples I'm going to give you is you say, I'll never find someone who gets me. Okay, so let's say that this is one of your thoughts. So this is what I want you to... Actually, I'm going to change it to this one. So let's say one of your reoccurring thoughts is that I need to be perfect, okay? What you can say back to yourself, being real is enough. Okay, so you see the energy from these two different phrases. I need to be perfect. It's like your heart literally just like shrinks a little bit because you're just, I'm never going to be perfect, because no human being is no human being is perfect. Whereas when you say being real is enough, you're real, you're your authentic self. And again, if you're somebody who is insecure because you're not showing up as your true authentic self, you're not connected to yourself, you're putting on a facade, then saying this is going to be difficult and inauthentic. So make sure that when you're saying this, you actually are being real and authentic and genuine. Okay, so another one is women only care about looks. How many times have I heard that? Quite a lot. You're going to reframe it to, not all women are the same. Now, if you really think about it logically, this is actually a fact, because not all women are the same. Because your ex might have been, whatever she did, cheated on you, but me, just being a woman right here in front of you, I've never cheated on somebody. No, I haven't. I haven't. So this is what I'm saying is, like, not all women are the same. So you cannot keep on saying this when this is not a fact, because a lot of the times your brain is programmed. It's old programming that needs an update, an upgrade. Okay, that's what you need to do, is upgrade your system. And this is what we're doing. Again, this is a practice, guys. This is not something that you do one or two times and suddenly, oh, I'm so positive and I'm so great. No, this is a daily thing that it's literally like sometimes I feel like many times I'm at war with myself. You know, I have so many negative things or, you know, beliefs like I'm not enough, I'm not good enough for this, or why should, you know, somebody pick me? What's so good about me? Like I have all of these thoughts as well that come up. I'm human. And if I don't reframe that shit, I'm done. Like I'm not going anywhere in my life. Okay, this one is my favorite one. I have to impress her. How many times have you said this to yourself? So whenever you say to yourself, I have to impress her, or you're trying to be impressive, especially when you're on the date, that's usually when our, you know, that switch comes on and we want to talk about our accolades and all of our success and, you know, show the best version of ourselves. But what we should really be doing, because a lot of the times when you try to impress, you're missing out on who the person truly is in front of you because you're so busy trying to make sure that they like you. Okay, so that should not be your motivation when you're dating. Instead, what you can say to yourself is be interested, not interesting. Okay, so whenever you feel like you're getting into that mode of I'm trying to impress her and I'm trying to show her and talking about my cars and wealth and all those kind of things, that is not what is going to really attract the right woman in your life. Maybe a materialistic woman who is going to only see you for your surface base. She's not really going to know the real, you know, the genuine person, your soul. And so then I would recommend you to reframe that with be interested, not interesting. So this is what you're going to say to yourself. And also when you're interested, what you really are doing then is you're being curious. So you're asking more questions. You're trying to understand who this person really is. And when you're not trying so hard to be interesting and to impress her, that means that you value and you know your worth because you feel like, you know, you have to impress this person without even really getting to know them. Because as I mentioned at the very beginning, everybody's putting on their best selves, that act, you know, like I'm so perfect, I'm so great, I'm so funny, I have all these great qualities, right? But when we're being interested, that means that we are being more curious about that person and really trying to see, is this person really worth my energy, my time, and I'm actually listening to what she's saying, and you're truly trying to understand her on the date. These are some tips on how to attract the right woman. I also have so much more in my new course that I'm launching very soon that I'm super excited about. It is literally going to change the game for every man out there. And so it's called Unlock Your Attraction Power, Become the Man Who Attracts His Dream Woman. And it's not just about superficial crap that we always hear about, like you got to say this, you got to send this text message. I want to go really deep in and do the work that is going to allow you to find the right woman. And this program will take you about 2 to 3 weeks to complete. But once you do it, you're going to unlock a different level. And I just cannot wait for men to have this because I really have done a lot of research, a lot of hard work, a lot of time. Because as I mentioned, I never like to put out something just for the hell of it. I really want to make sure that it is going to change the world and the consciousness and you know, so much more. You are going to get a more discounted price. That's it for me. I'm going to see you guys in the next one.